What is it about Arnold Schwarzenegger where he gets like kind of the modern Nicolas Cage treatment where they just like stick him in anything? They're like, oh, this guy needs to be like the main character? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Back in the day.
But I mean, Twins, Jingle All the Way, The End of Days. I mean, you think about those characters.
Hey,
The Last Action Hero.
He's a spectacular actor.
Mr. Freeze. Like, they would just throw him into shit where he's one of those actors also where you couldn't separate. It's like, that's Arnold.
That's
the Terminator.
You know who I think? Oh, no. When I think of that, I think of, like, Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston. Mm-hmm. Because they play, and kind of Brad Pitt, too, to throw him in there. Like, they're always the same character, no matter. They just are them.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell can kind of.
Jim Carrey a lot of times.
A lot of the times.
It's hard to get out of that. I mean, there's tons. Yeah, let us know. Actors you just can't separate from who they are, no matter what character they do. Like, for me, superheroes. Like, if somebody plays a superhero, I'm just like, you're that superhero.
Like Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man.
Or the guy who does the Allstate commercials. That's Allstate, Stan.
Daniel Radcliffe.
He was in Sin City, the second one, the Allstate guy. And when he showed up, I lost it. I thought it was the most hilarious thing in the world. Now, that could have had something to do with what we rolled up in the parking lot, but it was funny to me. Extremely funny. I just kept going, that's Allstate, Stan.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm sure people were very mad at me for doing that. But, I don't know, like, there's some people, like John Wayne played Genghis Khan.
Have not seen that.
In a movie back in the day.
Don't want to see that.
So that's kind of how I feel about Arnold as Conan the Barbarian.
I don't.
I do. That's how I feel about it. John Wayne as Genghis Khan to me is the same as Arnold as Conan. Yeah. I just can't see them as that person.
Right.
But
I feel like that's the first thing that I ever saw Arnold in or remember him as.
Well, I remember Conan from, like, comics and, like, you know, not Arnold. That was my first exposure to it. But here we are. You know, we all know Arnold Schwarzenegger was famously cast as Conan and went on to, you know, do well in the role. People really love that franchise. So JonTron, of course, taking the ridiculousness that is the whole scenario of Arnold Schwarzenegger as Conan the Barbarian, has made a beautiful video about it, which I have never seen. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. And I know you love JonTron.
Yeah. I didn't know that this
stay away from my girl. Oh my God. But, yeah, we've got it queued up here, so let's go ahead and check this thing out.
Let's do it.
Between the time of the Space Invaders and the dawn of the land of Hyrule, there was an age undreamed of, and unto this, JonTron, destined to play the games that no one else wants to. It is I, the guy that saw some of this and heard the rest through hearsay, who alone can tell thee of his saga. Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
What is best in life?
The Commodore 64.
Wow.
This should have everything I could possibly ask for in a game like this. Swordplay, ceaseless adventure. What better place to experience it than here in the basement? The birthplace of fantasy.
Ugh.
Well, that's a bit of a tonal shift.
Terrible.
But this is from the 80s, so I'll let it slide. Conan, presented by a bunch of white guys named Eric. Sounds about right.
Holovolta, by the way, not a real place. I checked.
Before the game starts, it shows you a cast of characters. As you can see here, we have Conan and Volta. Well, I'm glad, because otherwise the title of this game would be very misleading. Oh, look, an avian ally. Now this is my kind of game right here. Very close to home.
Jacques, come here, you gotta see this. Oh no, I think I left him upstairs. I turned off his alarm, right? Hey John, it's me. I brought your life-saving medicine.
Kill.
Oh, it's not lasers. Oh, am I dying of lasers?
That's probably nothing.
We got an object list, too. Locked door. Not so much an object as it is an idea of objects working in tandem. Extra sword? Can there be an extra sword if there's just no sword at all here? This game is pretty much like every Commodore 64 game. Primitive and clunky. Whoa, hold on! Boomerang sword? Was that boomerang sword? Well, that sets it apart. That's a whole different class of epic. The aim of the game is to traverse the stage and get to this little object up here. What do you think this thing is? I don't know, do you know? All I know is, I want to get to it.
In that way, I suppose it has a very strange power over me. So trivial yet so alluring. Look like a goddamned piece of sharp cheddar. I want it so bad.
It's not bad for a C64 game, but goddamn if it isn't hard as Conan's pecs. I have to get past this bad enemy, but he's just so hard to pin down. Come on, get down already, come on. Well, it's a good thing they don't
It
just
really
let me die in
bothers you,
peace
huh?
around
I don't
them.
like
fucking
it.
disintegrate, and it tells me my struggles were in vain.
Not just this struggle. All my struggles. You know, some of us do this for enjoyment, all right? This is our escape.
Who wrote this game, Nietzsche? Every time you die, it gives you one of these day-brightening tidbits. A watery barrier. Oh yeah, I can see that. You know, you could have told me that a second ago. You beat a heated retreat?
And this game I shall not complete! Let's take a look next at Conan the Cimmerian for the MS-DOS.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yes! Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm here for. Decapitations and barbarism. Okay, all right. Not so much here for the long scrolls with flesh-colored ink. But hey, we got 1 out of 2. We're doing all right. Excuse me, is this Conan or is this SimCity?
Oh, it's 2 out of 3. We're in the black.
Oh, good morning, madame. You are looking full and robust today. You are blossoming like the most beautiful flower in all of Samaria. Oh yeah, one more thing. Your tits are fucking fantastic. Oh my god, where did that come from? Conan's all like, was that a lightning mage? Did a lightning mage just zap my wife? This game's one of those old adventure RPG types. Click around on a map, visit towns in various locations, talk to the local populace, and get immersed in the world. One of my favorite things about this kind of game is the open-ended gameplay. It's so different from a book or a film because you really get to strike out and make your own story. I think Conan's feeling real bad today. Attack! Conan decides not to attack the merchant.
Conan also
I would be
decided
so
to file his
pissed.
taxes quarterly to avoid overages and remain cash solvent.
What is this? Conan decided not to attack the merchant. Get out of here! I'm Conan! I'm a barbarian! It's in the title! It's in the title! I get to decide who gets attacked and who gets conversed with, alright? Let me tell you how you know you're playing a Conan game. They spent more time drawing his pecs than his face. Seriously, he's got no face. Ah, my first fight, finally! Time to put the B in Barbarian, you know what I'm saying? Not while under attack.
Oh
When
my
exactly
god.
is a better time to
What?
cut the enemy with my sword than when he's attacking me? Forgive my ignorance, but I wasn't aware there was a better time.
Are you not going to be
Oh,
able
of
to do
course. Sword is for
anything?
rug. Sword is not for enemy. It is for rug.
No one in this world can you trust, Conan. Not men, not women, not beasts. But this
Still.
you can trust. But only for rugs. Only for rugs and shit, seriously.
Oh, I found my favorite room. It's the one where you can't fucking see. Well, at least someone had the decency to stick a chimera down here with me, honestly. What do? Use sword. This weapon is already in use.
Oh.
Guarantee you with 100% certainty, this item is not already in use.
All right, how about swing, chop? Conan does not know that attack.
Oh
God
my
damn it.
God,
My
dude.
dementia-riddled grandmother knows that attack. It's like 80% gravity. Gravity does most of the job. I'm stuck. I'm goddamn stuck. Can't move.
I'm
I
so
can't
glad
attack
he
people.
watches
I
the-
can't
or
use
plays
my
this, and we
sword.
don't have
All I
to,
can
man.
do is touch
So
rock and walk
glad.
around and get fucking stuck. Oh, look at that leprous peasant. Well, she's moving right along. She's having more fun than me in this fucking game.
All right, last on the list. Conan for
Wow.
NES. Please let this version be good. How could they fuck this one up? It's Conan for the NES.
Foreshadowing.
Hmm.
It's not good.
So this game's purpose is very simple. You go around kicking skeletons in the dick. The sad thing is that actually makes more sense than the controls in this game. So get this, you're going around and you realize these fists won't be enough. So you gotta go around picking up weapons that fall out of the enemies, which are constantly respawning, by the way. What's this? You can't walk over the weapon to pick it up? A doesn't work. B doesn't work. How do you pick up the item? Oh, of course, it's A and down. And by that I mean A slightly before you push down. Because if you accidentally push down first, you'll jump into whatever hellfire pit's in front of you. Because did I mention that down also fucking long jumps?
Who did it?
What?
Why'd they do it? Are they still alive? Can I find them? We're gonna go find them.
I can't even begin to fathom why they would make down jump when up also jumps. Especially in a game when you need to push down very quickly in a storm of never-ending butt-feasting gremlin skeletons to get the item that only falls from the teleporting purple Satan demon that only spawns when you cut down the one random skeleton hanging from the ceiling that is the only item that can kill the boss that kills you in one hit unless you have that item, and you would never know it unless you read it on the internet that doesn't exist when this game came out!
Hallelujah!
Damn.
Holy shit!
And it turns out this isn't even really a Conan game. It's another game from the C64 called Myth, History in the Making, which is
What?
notable for its sweet musics. Hey guys, I think you gotta spread the music out a bit. But you'll be glad to know that this game sticks with the main motif that Conan does. Punching skeletons in the dick. Why would they bother porting a C64 game to the NES? NES was capable of so much more. I think the saddest thing here is that the Commodore version is so much better.
I have never prayed to you before. I do not have the tongue for it. No one will remember, not even you, what games were played, what systems they were on, which ones were written by two Erics. All that matters is that one man played many, many terrible Conan games. So grant me one request. Grant me one good game. And if you do not listen, oh, come on, man, it's frickin' rude.
Yeah.
And to hell with you. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, I remember when this came out.
Yeah!
Be gone, you spawn of hell!
Yeah, take it.
Die, you cur!
Finally. There's a jar of horseradish up there. I don't know what it is. This is scary.
What?
If you want to stay up to date on JonTron, don't forget to follow my official Facebook and Twitter.
The horseradish.
Where did
What the
that-
fuck?
I'm glad he put it in there, but I don't get it.
Wow. So I think there's a couple of good Conan games that came out. That Xbox 360 one, and then I think there was like a newer one even after that was a lot of people saying it was pretty good. But Jesus Christ, man, there are so many trash games out there, and I love retro games. Nikki,
Yeah, no, you definitely do.
how many times have you gotten mad because I've frivolously spent money on retro games that I don't need?
Higher than I can count.
A lot of
A
times.
lot.
There are so many shitty games, like Xbox 360 up, like PS3, Xbox 360 up, is when games were a lot easier to digest. Back further than that, there were so many shit games that were just absolute shit. And I'm sorry, like, I like retro games, and there are plenty of 64 games, PlayStation games, NES. I mean, you've got like Doom, you know, some of the oldest games for PC and shit that were like really good ones. But I'm talking about the bulk majority of games for like NES, Super Nintendo. Like, a lot of games are absolutely unplayable and unenjoyable for me.
Sounds awful.
There are a lot
I
of
don't
awful
game,
games.
so I don't know.
Well, I mean, you see here,
Yeah.
those games were just atrocious.
I would be so pissed off if I got a Conan game and thought that I was like gonna just slay, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like you can't use your sword for anything at all. And when someone's attacking you, you just have to stand there. That would be so annoying.
Try playing an old Batman game. Or, I mean, tons of old games. From a lot of the games that were good back in the day weren't made by characters that were about or
Right.
featuring characters that were popular, like coming out in a movie or something like that. There are a lot of games that are based on, you know, franchises that were already successful that are just absolute shit. Like, just terrible. And then the good games made the characters from the good games so popular that they then became pop culture icons and then were made into shitty films a lot up until, you know, recently nerd culture, which I say recently in context of the past like 10 years because,
Right.
yeah, I do. They have taken like superheroes and video game characters and stuff way more seriously as like, you know, the subject material for films and stuff like that.
Because, I mean, it's profitable now.
Mm-hmm.
And nerd, like, when we were growing up, like, to be a nerd, that was really negative. Like, if you called someone a nerd, like, that was a blow.
If I wore a Dragon Ball Z shirt to high school, I would have been relentlessly made fun of.
Yeah.
And I did get made fun of for certain things, but, like...
And now it's, like, not. And I mean, especially we see it, like, gaming people online and stuff. It's really popular. And, like, to be a nerd, it's like, yeah, I am a nerd. Like, grill me on how much I know. Or, I mean, they probably don't want them to do that. But anyway.
Or the really high maintenance, like, prom queen cheerleader girl would never have ever been streaming video games back in the day.
Nope.
Never. And I would argue up until the past like 6 years on that one, 5 or 6 years, that's a really new thing.
Yeah.
So like it's interesting the way that things have changed. These titles based on, you know, popular characters and stuff for the most part are at least worked hard on.
Yeah.
Like you saw with the E.T. game for Atari, they just kind of made something that didn't even work, slapped an E.T. label on it, and it was one of the biggest disasters ever.
I didn't see that because
it almost crushed
I didn't even
games.
know that was a game, and I haven't even watched the movie.
You've never seen E.T. I keep forgetting about that. Oh, anyway.
There's so many movies I haven't watched.
We're going off the rails on this, but
right.
That's just how it goes sometimes. What do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy this video? If you did, you could give us a like, subscribe, go check out JonTron if you haven't already. Subscribe to his channel.
Please.
In the comments section, if you want to suggest some videos, would you be mad about that?
Just a little bit. I mean, it's like only a little annoying.
I want it, please.
Please. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Appreciate it. See you guys next time.